Oh.
One day we'll tell everyone everything about us, Ali. All of them.
Maybe we should have told everyone while we still could. Maybe there would have been ways to make it last. Jack! Oh, what is he doing in there? Jack! Oh, Jack.
At least I still have my hair.
Where can we go from here?
Anywhere we want.
What is this?
I told you I had a surprise for you. Remember? This is it.
What is it?
It's a first version of a fulling mill.
It's fulling the cloth all by itself using the motion of the water wheel.
Yes. What do you think? You'll be able to sell even more cloth, not just wool, like you wanted to.
I won't be selling wool anymore.
Why?
William Hamley.
We will go someplace else then, where he won't find us.
He will find me, wherever I go.
You can't just give up.
I'm not giving up. And I'm not running away. And because I'm not running away, there is something I have to tell you. It's not what I want to do. It's what I have to do. I wish things were different.
What things?
We can't meet again. Not like this.
Why?
Oh, Jack,
What is it?
I'm getting married to support Richard.
To whom?
It's not important. William will burn down anything that I build up. This is the only choice I have. My husband will pay for Richard's expenses. It's the only way my brother can protect our people.
I will marry you.
This is not about what I want. William Hamley did not kill all those people because the bishop told him to, or because of Philip. He did it because of me. I need money to support Richard, not just any husband.
Any husband?
Jack, this is not just about you and me anymore.
It used to be.
Because I was irresponsible. I am the daughter of the Earl of Shiring.
No, you are not. You were once.
What do you want me to do? run away and live in a forest? Just you and me?
Yes! What's wrong with that?
Do you think I want this? Did you not see what happened here in Kingsbridge?
You know I did!
But you hid for days while we buried the dead. What for? To build a machine we can't use? Just doing what you feel like is not the most responsible choice.
Who do I owe being responsible?
We owe Kingsbridge, Jack, and I owe my family and my people.
And what about me?
You became a bloody monk.
It's the only way they would let me stay.
I know. I am sorry, Jack. If you love me, let me fight the only way I can.
Who is it?
What?
Who are you going to marry?
It's not important.
Please. Don't you think I deserve to know?
He has steady income from the houses he builds in Shiring and Winchester. And he is a master builder now.
What?
Dear Francis, once you asked me if I often think of our parents. I do. And I often think of the day they were killed, and of how Abbot Peter took us in. Peter raised us and taught us about God. We grew up in the safety of the monastery. Only now have I begun to understand that outside the priory, the killing continued every single day. I have come to believe that if God existed, he would not allow all the pain and bloodshed. A few days ago, William Hamley and his men attacked us. Many died by their hand. And among them is Milius. First, I believed I had brought the devil to Kingsbridge, for I thought I had seen him in Lincoln. The last few nights, I did not sleep. I was afraid that in my dreams I might flee from his grasp in blind terror toward the river and drown like Prior James did. But I know this is not the work of the devil, but of man. But then, where is God? Most of what Abbot Peter taught us was right. For he taught us about living in seclusion, away from sin, away from want, away from the world that turns man against man. I know I blamed you for what happened after we got involved with Bishop Whalerin. I do not anymore. But I blame our church and men like Waleran, because they involve themselves in the bloodshed. As Peter taught us, I will go into seclusion. The answers I seek are not out there. Maybe I will find them in here.
Put that away!
Stop it immediately!
No, Jack!
Oh!
Jack!
Jack! No! This is not what we do!
Ugh, get off me, you freak!
No!
Oh.
Jack!
Take him away! Lock him up!
Jack.
Mother?
The water duct runs right under the cell. Look for a loose stone in the floor. It'll sound hollow.
What? How do you know that? With that hole, I could lift the slab out. She was right.
Jack, tell me, was it about Aliena? I know about you two. I have known for a long time.
And how did you know how to get out of that cell? How did you know?
Your father. He was locked up in there as well.
Was he a monk?
No. They said he was a thief, but he was not. They hanged him, but he was innocent.
How? How did it happen?
Someone here in Kingsbridge gave him a jeweled cup and told him he could go. A mile down the road, he was arrested and accused of theft. It was like a game to them. They said he had stolen that cup from the priory.
Who said that?
3 men. He managed to escape the way you did. But they caught up with him. They hanged him in Shiring.
Who were those men?
It does not matter. It is all in the past now.
Once you told me my father was a jongleur, that he came from France.
That is what he told me. You want to leave?
What if I have family there? There must be someone who remembers Jack Sherberg, right?
I knew this day would come.
I'm not a monk.
I know.
And I can't work here with Alfred.
I know. You really love her, don't you, Aliena?
Yes.
You truly are his son, Jack Jackson. This place is too small for you. After your father died, I went into the forest to get away from it all. But if you live like an animal, then they treat you like one. Do not let them ever find your way in the world. And when it leads you back to me, I want to hear lots of new tales.
Of course.
Those that killed your father, the people they killed, will return to haunt them. I promised them.
Wayleran disrespects you. After all I've done for him. Why rely on him for salvation? There are many priests, many bishops.
Maybe. But you are not making decisions for me either, Walter. No one is. If the Lord wants me to support Wayleran, he will let me know.
And what if he does not? What then? Will you allow Wayleran to order you around?
Whew, it's getting cold. Yes?
I'm sorry for disturbing you on an important day like this, but have you by any chance seen Jack since yesterday?
Has something happened?
He's gone. We've been looking for him all morning.
No, I haven't seen him. Does anyone know why he left?
Well, yes, and I'm afraid it is my fault. I had him locked away. But in the end, I just punished anger with wrath.
Oh, we've all failed him.
No, I am the one to blame, and I pray to make it right again. My monks are already trawling the woods. I myself will go to Shiring, while Martha is taking a horse to a cave he used to know. Please, don't let this spoil the first day of your marriage, when there should be only reason to rejoice.
Thank you.
They still haven't found him? How long has it been?
3 days.
Well, I think he's gone for good. I love him like a brother. But first he tries to kill me. Then he runs off, worrying his family's sick.
Are you hungry? I think I'll prepare some food.
Great. I'm starving. What are you cooking?
Frumenti.
What's going in it?
Wheaten ale with milk, spices, venison and eggs.
Well, as long as it tastes good. We've been married for what? A week?
Five days.
That's almost a week. Yet we still haven't, you know.
You've been keeping your distance.
I didn't want to pester you. You seem so... I don't know. Sometimes you look at me like you think your husband isn't a good man. But I am a good man. You'll see. You need any help?
You could prepare the meat.
How do I do that?
Oh, never mind. I've got it. Spices. I need to add some spices. And I mustn't forget the eggs.
Where are you going?
Oh, nowhere. I just needed some more herbs for the soup.
Huh? I think everything you need's here. Today, I was thinking about what you and Philip did for our workers when they were afraid that they wouldn't be paid. Offering them coin to make them stay and feel safe. What if I did something similar? How about I could offer them pay in case something happens? Like an insurance. What do you think?
That would be very kind.
I want to suggest it to the prior tomorrow. He said he'd come over around noon tomorrow. Maybe he could eat with us. And you could help me explain the idea, if you want. I think it would be good for you to do something other than cooking and weaving. You haven't left the house in 2 weeks.
17 days. Would you like venison with it?
No, thank you. I'm just here to talk.
Aesthetic as always, I see.
It just turns more and more into a habit, really. So, you are suggesting that we promise the workers money if the construction is not completed?
Yes, as an insurance. Since the Fleece Fair, they've been quite worried. It would ease their minds a bit.
Yes, especially since they'd know they don't have to finish the cathedral in order to get rich. It sounds to me like we would be tempting them to fail deliberately.
I hadn't thought about that.
Don't be so cynical, Philip.
I'm not. It's just so hard to encourage goodness these days. We tried so hard in the last few years, yet all we reaped is death and misery.
The alternative would be to do nothing at all.
I think it's not a bad idea. We wouldn't promise them too much, just enough to help them get by till they find new work.
It would ease their minds a bit.
Yes, you said that. Your idea shows great compassion, Alfred.
Thank you, Father.
It's very rare these days to find spirits who still believe in the good of people. Unfortunately. I could never promise them coin, because one cannot give what one does not have. Ever since the market collapsed, Kingsbridge is losing more than it earns. We may even run out before we complete the cathedral.
What?
He's right. It won't be finished.
But what about Mother? We wanted to build it for her.
Please stop pitying yourselves, all of you.
What if we build faster? Make a new plan that will cost less? You always said a finished cathedral could draw people from far and wide, didn't you? People and their coin, right?
Is that an option? Master Builder, you've been awfully quiet so far.
It's hard to say. But yes, Alfred could look at the designs. Could be there's shortcuts that could be taken. I'm not much help yet, but I'll do what I can.
I can do it.
All right. I promise you, I will think about your proposal. Oh, milady, your soup.
Thank you.
I'd never thought that my brother could work so hard.
He's trying to impress me.
But it is impressive, isn't it? I would never have thought. Really. Alfred has changed. He used to be such a bully. He seems really concerned about things now. About Kingsbridge, about you, about your family. I can't wait for you to give me a little nephew or niece.
Well, enough about Alfred. Did you get the blue dye I've been asking for?
Actually, I did. It's from a woad merchant in Winchester. Took me some time to find him.
Oh, thank you so much, Martha. I guess now I finally have to finish my weaving.
How's it going?
I'm taking my time. I'm not in a rush.
What does Sir Richard think of the idea?
I haven't told him yet. When he comes here, he's mostly interested in coin. But that's the deal. He fights and I pay. It's an endless circle. The coat of arms shall remind us of who we are and where we come from, so we don't end up losing purpose.
Have you decided on an animal yet? You really should have an animal on it.
It will sport a fox.
Oh, foxes are smart. I like that. Ali, I'm so sorry that I mentioned wanting a niece. I just thought, in the last month, that you were, well, growing a bit.
Oh, I'm just getting fat.
You're not getting fat?
You forget that there's not a lot for me to do other than sit around and eat.
Then we should take a hike soon. Stretch your legs and get some sunshine.
I'd like that. I would like that a lot. But not today. I need to finish the coat of arms first. Get it done while I still can. I have to keep on going. I had to marry Alfred to fulfill my oath. I wish that Jack would have understood. Love alone could never stop William Hamley. Only money and influence. With Alfred as a husband, I can fulfill my father's last wish. And ever since we've been married, he's been working deep into the nights to finish the cathedral. And when he's home, he expects nothing in return, although I can see so much longing in his eyes. He is trying his best to make our arrangement work, while all I do is bicker. I did what I had to do when I married him. But what I didn't know back then was that I am pregnant with your grandchild.
You brought this on yourself. You had the love of your life, but you threw it away.
Do you scorn me for what I did?
No more than anyone else. First and foremost, I blame that priest who turned my son into a monk. But you're a very close second.
What if I brought Jack back?
Oh, Aliena. Jack has left England. There's no possible way to find out where he went. I want you to know one thing. Jack loved you. For me, that makes you still family. If you can't have his baby, give it to me. I will raise it far away from this crooked world that had no room for my son.
I don't want to give our child away.
Then you cannot stay here. You cannot go on like this.
But I have to. Don't you understand? It's finished. I want you to wear it when you go to battle. To remind us of what we are fighting for.
Huh. Why a fox?
Because we are not lions, nor eagles, nor bears. But outcasts. And as such, we need to play by the rules of a fox.
You hear that, Alfred? I'm a fox.
Grow up, Richard. This is important.
Sorry.
How's the war going, by the way?
How is your standing with the king?
It's getting better and better. The good thing is, William Hamley is turning out to be quite the lousy player. In our last battle, he ran away when things started to get a bit tight. They say he was afraid to die before he settled matters with his mother.
His mother?
No one's seen her in years, not since her husband died. But rumor has it she's still alive and joyfully pulling his strings. Mention her to William, and he goes as pale as a sheep. Ali, we are so close, but we need to be careful. We mustn't let our guard down.
Is there anything you need from me, Richard?
Well, a new saddle would be nice.
I'll see to it.
And a horse to put it on, of course. The last one caught quite a few arrows.
Right.
I'll be out for a while. I've got some business at the market with Martha.
All right.
I can't believe you two have almost done it. You've almost won your father's earldom back.
Oh, don't say that until it's actually happened. I'll see you later in the evening.
Ah, there you are.
I always wondered what it would have been like to grow up in a forest.
Oh, it's cold. Very, very cold. When I was young, I spent a night in Ellen's cave. If it hadn't been for her soup, I would have died for sure.
What kind of soup?
I think it had deer in it.
Deer?
Yes. Jack had caught it before we met him. I think it was the only one he ever caught.
But hunting deer is...
I know. It's punishable by death. Jack never was one for rules and laws.
Right. He was always busy with something, just not with what Tom asked him to do.
Jack? Yes. Yes, he was.
You will be an aunt soon.
What?
But don't tell Alfred. I haven't told him yet.
You still think marrying him was a mistake?
I do.
I do too. But you did it for very good reasons. So, maybe it wasn't a mistake after all. Maybe it will work. Not in a loving way, but more like a partnership. You two seeing eye to eye to each other.
Maybe. But the baby is not...
What was that?
They built it too fast. Like the Babylonians, they sought to be grander than God, and for this we all have to suffer.
A stone roof. Alfred tried to build a stone roof without telling Papa.
You're with child? How can you be with child if we never...
My cub is gone and will never return. You threw it all away for a life of lies and a kingdom of dust.
Without a cathedral, my mother will spend an eternity in hell. And by God, I hope you won't suffer the same fate for this. I can't stay. Not without work. And not like this. I'm sorry.
Shh. Shh. There's no need to cry. There. We've been crying for far too long now. Where do we go from here?
We will build a cathedral right here, towering high above Shiring. But it will not be a cheap undertaking.
Money is no object. I shall build it for our Lord and my mother, so that the Lord will heal her.
I am sure he will. Ah, yes, there he is.
Who?
We will need a master builder.
My bishop, I think I have the right man.
My bishop, my name is Alfred Builder.
Next time on The Pillars of the Earth, witness the climactic final part of the series.
It's time we take back what was taken from us.
It's time to face our enemies.
It is time to make a stand for what we believe in.
The Pillars of the Earth, Book 3, The Eye of the Storm.